welcome to this week's edition of ETV News. I'm Danny Fountain.
And I'm Zach Watson.
Yesterday afternoon, when the jury of the Tsarnaev trial agreed on a conviction, Tsarnaev is known for taking part with his brother in the tragic events that occurred during the 2013 Boston Marathon. Tsarnaev was found guilty on all 30 counts, setting the stage for a possible death penalty. The jury could begin hearing arguments in the penalty phase early next week. Tsarnaev was widely expected to be found guilty, since his defense lawyers admitted from the trial's outset that he took part in the attack. Their strategy was to save him from execution by painting him as a dupe of his radicalized older brother. Jeffrey Bauman, who lost 2 legs in the bombing and testified against Tsarnaev, called the verdict a relief and one step closer to closure.
Kurt Cobain's daughter, Frances Bean Cobain, spoke publicly about her father and his legacy with Rolling Stones magazine for the first time in her life. The interview focused on the new HBO documentary about Kurt Cobain titled Montage of Heck, for which Frances served as an executive producer. Frances reflected on hearing her father's speaking voice, not being a fan of his band, and her experience helping with Montage of Heck. To read the interview in full, check rollingstone.com or pick up a copy on stands this Friday.
According to CBS News sources, Bob Schiffer, the host of the Face the Nation, has decided to retire. The announcement came just yesterday morning. Schiffer worked in the journalism industry for 50 years, including 46 of them with CBS. Schiffer plans to give his last set of goodbyes this upcoming summer at the Washington, D.C. studio. CBS News President David Rhodes said Bob's been with CBS since 1969, chief Washington correspondent since 1982, and host of Face the Nation since 1991. That broadcast is in its 60th year and has never been better or more powerful, ranking consistently #1 this season. Rhodes also went on to mention Schiffer's not completely calling it quits on the air, as he will be on every Sunday for the Washington Bureau.
The popular social networking site Facebook is being sued by an estimated 25,000 users for alleged violations of European laws in a class action suit due in Vienna court this week. Max Schrems, Austrian data production campaigner and law graduate, leads the case, which focuses on how Facebook collects and forwards data. Schrems has said that he wants to stop mass surveillance on the site. He also alleges that Facebook has cooperated with PRISM, a surveillance system that was launched in 2007 by U.S. National Security Agency. Facebook has not commented on the case.
A statue of Lucille Ball of I Love Lucy fame has been standing in the Lucille Ball Memorial Park in her hometown of Celeron, New York, for 6 years. However, many people are unhappy with the look of the bronze statue, and they would like the statue to be redone to look more like the famed redhead. The sculptor of the statue, which has been nicknamed Scary Lucy, has said, "Not everything you do is a home run. I made some mistakes." He's offered to resculpt it for free, but the mayor of Celeron is looking for another artist to fix the statue.
Yesterday, Apple unveiled a new iOS 8.3 update, which fixed minor bugs and gave iPhone users an exciting emoji update. With the addition of a few new emojis, some of your old favorites are now more diverse. Many of the human emojis can now be sent with your choice of 5 skin tones. Rumors have been flying around about this update for a few months now, and it has finally arrived. The update also includes many more flag emojis along with a new emoji keyboard. iPhone users everywhere are going to have a hard time putting their phones down now.
And we'll be right back with this week's editorial.
How you doing? My name's Steve. My family's lived in this neighborhood for years. Recently, things got so tight, we had to go to our local food bank for help. I lost a lot of sleep worrying about what the neighbors might think. That is until I saw them there, too. How'd I do, Steve?
A little stiff. You could have done a little better.
What? Come on. You know, I have an Academy Award.
Yeah, but not for playing me.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
This new dad is picturing a tree house in the sky, but he's ignoring the instructions. Good luck, big guy. His kids know that he's building without a clue. Never been so good with nails and glue. Now we're trapped inside a box. I hope mom knows what to do. Mom! See, you don't have to be perfect to be the perfect parent.
Thousands of siblings in foster care will take you just as you are.
Under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your closet. Still no jobs, just more stuff? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed. And they're the stuff inside your stuff. Our job is to unlock those jobs. And it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
I'm back with this week's editorial. Even though the weather says otherwise, it is spring. Springtime is perfect for new opportunities and experiences. People can finally enjoy going outside and get fresh air. We can also just go and have great times. We can do so many more activities. One particular activity that I want to shed some light on is volunteering. You can go out and clean the neighborhood, help out in the community gardens, soup kitchens. You could also tutor kids and so on and so forth. Springtime is just the perfect time to volunteer. You can volunteer with activities that are related to your major or your career. Not only would you be helping out, but you would also get to make new friends and contacts that can be beneficial for you in the future. Volunteering does not only give you a chance to gain new experiences and meet new people, but you can get the satisfaction to know that you're doing something for the greater good. It doesn't have to be a huge project either. You can do anything with it. For instance, for springtime, you can just go out with a friend, clean up an area, and just take care of the neighborhood. While I was in high school, I was part of a volunteer organization called Build On. There we would volunteer throughout the year around our community, and at the end of the year, they would pick 10 students to go to a developing country to build schools there. I was part of the lucky few that had the opportunity to go with Build On to Nicaragua. We stayed there for 2 weeks building a school that for kids that couldn't go to one. The experience itself was amazing. It was hard work, long days, and sweaty nights, but overall, nothing of that mattered. With the end results, we got to see the smiling faces of kids who could finally get an education. That feeling is unexplainable. It's the best feeling you could ever have. Knowing that you changed many people's lives is absolutely amazing, to say the least. So I encourage our Easterns to get involved. Not only do you get to do something amazing for others, but you also get to help yourself in the process. Here at Eastern, the Center for Community Engagement always has ongoing volunteer opportunities. You can go and pick what you want to do and just help out. In fact, there are exciting volunteer opportunities coming up for Eastern students. The town-wide Town Pride program is held between Eastern and the Willimantic community. There's community beautification and gardening. Projects also include beautifying various areas around town in preparation for spring and summer festivities, as well as tending to gardens through planting, weeding, etc. Members from Willimantic, Eastern, and Yukon come together for this event. You can sign up at the CCE or through an RA. So that's all for now, and as always, have an amazing weekend. Stay awesome, Eastern.
No more pencils, no more books, no more teachers' dirty looks. School's out for summer. School's out forever. School's out with fever. School's out completely.
What this place needed was better graduation rates. So we worked with schools like Henry Ford High, and now they're up 18%. And it can happen in every place. To help us do more good this year, go to unitedway.org because great things happen when we live united.
Hey, you going out like that?
Yeah, why?
Well, what would the neighbors think?
I see you! Come look at Mr. Feather! Look what I have. Mr. Bird, remember? Bark, bark, bark! We're just playing! We're just playing on trying to get you out of here!
Even still.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
This Saturday, April 11th, Eastern's Fusion Dance Crew will be hosting Connecticut's Best Dance Crew competition. Different dance teams across Connecticut will be coming to compete. This is a competition to bring the world of dance to the Eastern community. The event will take place between 7 p.m. through 10 p.m. in Schaefer Hall. Eastern students, the weather is beginning to warm up, which means Springfest is right around the corner. CAB will be hosting a series of events the week of April 20th, so get excited. CAB has already announced 3 of the special events that will take place. Friday, April 24th, students can come out and enjoy the annual Springfest Carnival. It will take place from 12 p.m. through 8 p.m. in the Sports Center parking lot. Following the carnival will be a display of fireworks at the Mansfield Complex that begins at 9 p.m. And on Sunday, April 26th, the T-Pain concert will be held in the Geisler Gymnasium. Doors open at 6 and the concert begins at 7. Tickets are on sale now and are $10 for ECSU students, $15 for the public, and $20 at the door. Let's make the end of the semester a great one, Eastern.
In March, Caribbean Student Association hosted the first Miss Empress pageant. The pageant gave contests the opportunity to represent their Caribbean heritage by showcasing talent, modeling outfits, and answering pressing questions presented by judges. 2 students hosts kept the audience captivated during the 2-hour pageant, along with music provided by a local DJ and even an audience dance-off. During intermission, audience members had the opportunity to purchase authentic Korean food, such as cocoa bread. The pageant winner, freshman Anuel de Leon, representing the Dominican Republic, received a trip to Florida. Congratulations to all the contestants.
Next Tuesday night, April 14th, in the Student Center, students will be able to experience a night in Asia. The event will showcase tables from China, Japan, Vietnam, Cambodia, the Philippines, India, and South Korea. Each of the tables will have food, including an activity for students to explore. The event starts at 5 p.m. and is free for students.
A few weeks ago, a light post came crashing down out Eastern Baseball Stadium. That had impacted the baseball team's schedule greatly. Let's go to Matt Murillo with an update.
Here at Eastern Connecticut's baseball stadium. As you can see behind me, they have already started to tear down the light post here. This is because a few weeks prior, a light post above Eastern's own first base dugout came crashing down during a lacrosse practice. After a harsh winter, baseball was excited to get back on the field. Unfortunately, this wasn't going to happen anytime soon. In light of the unexpected crack and collapse of the first base light post, Eastern Connecticut was forced to tear down the other 5 light posts due to safety reasons. This has put a burden on Eastern's baseball team, who will not be playing many home games now.
Thanks, Matt. Luckily, no one was injured during the collapse.
This Friday, April 10th, Cal will be hosting a music lounge in the Student Center Cafe at 7 p.m., and Jason Levis-Shore will be the special guest. Jason is a North Carolina-based singer-songwriter guitarist that has been performing music across the country. His style fuses together numerous influences, creating a charismatic propulsive acoustic pop sound. The event is free and open to all Eastern students and the public.
In March, CAB hosted a late night dedicated to none other than Dr. Seuss. Reporter Erin Fitzsimmons has more about the event.
Here in the Student Center for the CAB late night event, Oh, the Places You'll Go. Let's go check it out and see what it's all about. The CAB late night event was a Dr. Seuss theme that followed along with some of Dr. Seuss's famous stories. The event featured students being served the infamous green eggs and ham and cotton candy, along with many other activities such as making your own lucky bamboo plant, tablet giveaways, a chance to win a betta fish, along with a contortionist that performed acrobatic stunts. At the event, we spoke with the CAB coordinator, Mindy Long, to get more information on why CAB chose the theme.
It was Dr. Seuss' birthday a couple of days ago on March 2nd, so we thought it would be perfect for us to have this CAB event to celebrate his birthday as well as a late night. So we thought of some components for this event. From Cat in the Hat, we had the goldfish theme, so we decided to get some baby betta fish to give out instead of regular goldfish. We thought it would be a nice switch up. We also had Victoria Grimmy come perform for us. She's a contortionist. She's super awesome. She's been in a lot of movies. We thought the flexible thing would be part of Dr. Seuss as well, because thing one, thing two, they're flexible, they come stir up trouble, pretty much our whole theme for that. As well as cotton candy. We wanted to make it so it kind of looks like the truffle trees from one of their books, from Lorax, so that's why we had that. And the bamboo is just like for lucky, as well as obviously from the book component, so that's why we had our event.
That's all we have here for tonight's Dr. Seuss CAB theme event. For reporting for ETV News, I'm Erin Fitzsimmons. Take it easy, Eastern.
If you missed that event, be sure to check out the calendar events for future events from CAB.
These past few months, we've had some crazy weather, going from 60 degrees one day to snowing the next. Matt Malulo stopped by the Student Center to see how you have been feeling with this season's clashing together.
The snow begins to melt and spring approaches. A swarm of storms have come bearing down on the East Coast, including this rain that is dropping on us right now. We stopped by the Student Center to see how you have been adjusting to this uneasy clash of seasons.
It's making me really annoyed. One day at practice I'll be wearing a pinny, the next day I'll be in long sleeve sweatpants, and it's really cold and really annoying to deal with.
Crappy weather makes me feel lazy, and then obviously nice weather, you know, I'm happier about it pretty much.
I really don't like it. I'm ready for summer to start.
Thanks, Matt, and we'll be right back with Damon Gray for this week's sports update.
Looks like it's done.
Don't let salmonella get funky with your chicken. On average, 1 in 6 Americans will get a foodborne illness this year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So learn the right temperature to cook each type of meat. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
Oh, those boys are much too much. Those boys are much too much. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We're going to beat them and bust them.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Let's get a little bit rowdy. R-O-W-D-Y.
Take time to be a dad today. Call or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
with this week's sports.
And welcome, Warriors fans, to Eastern Overtime, where we cover everything about Eastern athletics. I'm Damon Gray. We start with women's lacrosse as the Warriors played a couple home games last week. On Wednesday, the Warriors hosted Rhode Island College in their first conference game of the year. The Warriors won the game 21-10 as they played consistently throughout. It was everything that head coach Christine Hutchison could want out of that game.
I think it's really good for our team and our morale because we're struggling a little bit getting that final win. So I think today was a kind of a confidence booster, and we didn't just come out here to get the W, we came out here to play well, and I think we accomplished that too.
That was the only thing that stood out as Meg Aramita ended up breaking the single game record in assists with a total of 9.
We played against Hope in Florida, and I had 6, I think, and I was going for that 8 or 9, and as an assistant, you can't really do this without your teammates. I rely on them to make the goals, and I'm not gonna lie, I came out in second half, I just wanted to my teammates, I'm like, guys, I need you to make some goals for me, and they're like, yo, we got you. So, I owe it all to my teammates. They're the ones who put the finish on the ball, and I might have 9, but I might go for 10 next time.
Later in the week, Eastern hosted last year's LEC champs, Keene State. It was a heartbreaking loss for the Warriors as the Owls scored to take the lead with just 2.4 seconds remaining in regulation. Eastern fell 9-8, leaving them at 1-1 in conference play. The men's lax team hosted UMass Boston this past Saturday, and they came away with the W. Tim Riley had his hand in the cookie jar as he led the team in goals by going top shelf 4 times against the Beacons. Some other standouts include Chris Barnett with 3 goals and Zach Thresher with 3 points. To softball we go as the Warriors swept all 3 doubleheaders last week. Eastern powered their way by Southern Maine Wednesday and UMass Boston on Saturday. Even more impressive, the Warriors ended up winning all but 1 game by at least 8 runs. If it wasn't for the team's effort earlier in the week, the game may not have even happened.
This weekend we worked really hard on getting all the snow off the field, so we shoveled and shoveled and shoveled. And so the kids were excited to play and they wanted to play, so we made it happen. And yeah, it's cold, but so what? This is softball season and we got to make the most of it.
Sam Rossetti and Alyssa Hancock continue to stay hot as their averages are above 500 halfway through the season. Senior Shanna Martin has picked things up as she smashed a 3-run home run to break a tie with the first game versus Southern Maine Wednesday. Also, senior Erin Miller improved to 5-1 on the season with a 2.84 ERA.
I think it's great having a great defense behind me. I think that's what's really helping me out on the mound. I can trust them behind me, and I know that if I miss a spot, they can get the ground ball or the pop-up.
The baseball team started the week well, sweeping Plymouth State at home in New Hampshire, then defeating Endicott on their own field. However, once Wednesday came along, the baseball team here to hit a brick wall, losing 4 games in a row to Wesleyan, Salve Regina, and Southern Maine. With the 2 losses to Southern Maine, Eastern fell to 2-2 in conference play. Those losses could really hurt their chances getting a high seed when the LEC playoffs come around. However, Andrew Scully has mashed the ball this season, hitting .400 with 2 home runs and 16 RBIs. After a tough week for men's and women's track team, the Warriors bounced back with a good appearance at Dartmouth. Taylor Driggers helped the women's team, taking 5th out of 17 by coming 2nd in the long jump. And Savannah Artis helped the Warriors in the point standings by coming in 2nd in the triple jump. For the men, they took 9th place out of 17, and the Warriors took a 1st overall in the 4x4 100-meter relay with an overall time of 3 minutes and 37 seconds. Make sure you check out Marissa Minor's story on Jill Rytrowski and her role on the quick turnaround of the women's basketball program. That story can be found on GoWarriorAthletics.com. As we leave you with this week's schedule, we would like to congratulate Meg Aramita one last time for breaking the single-season game record in assists with her outstanding performance against Rhode Island College last Tuesday. For everybody here at ETV Sports, thank you for watching. You can follow all the action on Twitter. at ETV Athletics and through the hashtag #GoEast. Have a great week, Warriors Nation. We will be back in just 5 days, as this will be a current thing every Monday. Have a great week.
And that's that's it for this week's show. If you want to see more episodes, visit the ETV YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, and be sure to tune in next week. Good night, Eastern, and have a great weekend.